Hey, technical difficulties, but I got it going. How's it going tonight, everybody? We've had adventures at the shop today. Got a new webcam. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to get it set up. So right now, this is what you got. Deal. Michael, could you turn it down a hair? Um, so how's everybody doing? It's a nice day today. Stuck inside. Ended up having to call. I had to call Northwest Natural Gas, and they came out to see if I had some sort of a leak. And yeah, it wasn't a leak. Someone, there was, I've only ever had one iron personally. I plugged in one iron over in this one section, and there was a second iron plugged in, and it was on a low shelf on the cart, and somebody had tilted it down on mat on one of these wool pressing mats. So it's been going all day. We're lucky that that thing didn't catch fire and I lose the whole fucking building. Oh my God. So crazy. Okay, let's tablet. Okay. This is a new setup too. We're gonna play with. There's not a lot I can do to play with this actually. What's this? I'm like, let's get a little bit of the crap out of here. Okay, that's for a computer, and that's for the extra lights. We don't need those right now. Yay! Okay, so I got the fabric set out here. Thinking there might be a spot that we could put those so that we could tell quicker what we needed color wise. Oh, let me. I don't know. Well, that's pretty much it exactly. So this comes to this point right here. You're just missing a couple of inches of that. This is how this next section goes together that we put together. That'll end up being segment 3. And I didn't pay attention to see how this connects to it, but we'll figure that out. So, we go ahead and piece this segment? Yep, we're going to do what the book says. Yep, yep. Hey, how's it going? How are you tonight? I am gonna go with that thing. Looky there. All of our beautiful Hesper triangles that we managed to salvage. I mean, it might be enough to do a table runner. Who knows? Not I, because I didn't pay attention. Okay. I don't know that I will need these, so I'll just keep them tucked off to the side. This, if you're new here, is what we're working on. That being said, do I have a sticky note? Might make it easier for me to flip back and forth. Well, kinda do. I've got a used one. We're just not going to pay attention to what that says, okay? So, are you working on anything tonight? Cha-ching! Kind of like that sound. What are we going to do? I think we're going to see. I got to tip this a little. Which way do I got to tip it? I'm going to play not that way. Well, actually, I mean, how's that angle seem for you? Because I obviously tried to set up a new system and I have a very interesting problem. All right, let's tuck that in there. Think we're good. I wish I had coasters ready. Meats. Whereabouts you from? I got a couple more. Hi. Oh, I didn't even pin that one. Ouch. Bare feet might be a problem. Where's my dog? There she is. This setup you won't see her though. Do we need the dog cam? Do we need the ancient old dog cam? Maybe. The camera keeps moving. Damn. Not something I anticipated. You're absolutely right though. Okay. I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that for tonight. The problem is I got saved money and got a cheap system. And the top, I have a bar straight up there and it comes down and it clamps to my table. But that bar goes through rings, like Quidditch rings up at the top. I'm just assuming everybody knows that. And the bar will spin freely and then I got to figure out how to keep it from spinning. But I didn't anticipate it bouncing too. Maybe I'll have to flip the two. All right, I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out. Dim dim, dim 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 dim. I'm gonna have to switch the two frame systems because that's sturdier than this one, and I sew on this table. All right, how am I gonna do this? Because we're right in the middle of cold. Hey Bree, did you see that picture? Oh my goodness. That that would be it. Okay. I think I could. The quickest way to change this is going to be to sew on the other table because the other things are clamped to. You don't want to hang out with me. Oh, I put it in our group chatty thing. All ever since about 1 o'clock this afternoon, we've been smelling an odor in the shop. Can't figure it out. Can't find it. It's not coming from the vents. It's I don't know. We checked everything. We checked different parts of the house. It's only in the new part. And um we're like, could it bizarrely be maybe um natural gas? Nope, wasn't natural gas. They actually sent somebody out to look at it for us. Rotate. On the bottom shelf of that cart that's in the window, on the pressing mat that was down there, somebody put an iron on hot, never unplugged it, on max, I only had one iron plugged in over there, Bree. She hasn't said anything. All right. So, yeah. Could have lost the whole shop. Hi, hon. How's it going? However, this will be a very good test to see if where do I want to be? I want to be on the camcorder. And I didn't. There we go. I didn't refresh that. Sorry. All right. So I'm gonna need to keep that helped. Hey, that worked. Oh, you can see the sticker really good. All right, we're gonna wing it tonight. Okay. We're gonna try to be flexible because it was a weird fucking day. Daisy, what's going on, hon? God, I did not anticipate that bounce. What am I gonna do now? All right, we'll have to see if this bounces. It might take me a minute to get back going in the rhythm here. So yeah, Northwest Natural Gas came out. We have an the ozonator going in the shop. Yay! My mom is like, we weren't even using that iron. Well, somebody fucking plugged it in. That's fine. There was one stored under there, but it wasn't plugged in. Robert goes over and is like, oh, it's your fucking iron plugged in. We looked all over. We went outside. We went and sniffed the um, sewer area. Wait, is that the newest one? Looking at your picture. Yeah, it's just fucking nuts, man. All right, there's that. And this. All right. So it's a little dark, but you can see, right? You're here for me anyway. Fuck it. All right. This is just bonus. Oh, I'm gonna have to move that pin. Kind of weird over here. Maybe we'll move a couple more things. Push this back a little bit. Although it seems we'll tilt some things. All right, is it bouncing? Maybe I just need to reverse my setup. Not sure that's gonna work either though. And this is gonna be a problem if she walks through there. All right, we're gonna just pinch that cord and ditch my napkin. We don't need that. Let's see about pushing this. That I can do that damn thing. All right. It'll be interesting if I have to cut some stuff. Okay, good. All right, so it's everything to do with that piece of shit. So glad I bought two of them. Oh, I wonder if I'm still in my window to return one. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Let's change cameras here. Hi, not that one. That one. I think that's how that's supposed to go. Now that we've moved stuff around a bunch of times, maybe extra spaces between the letters. Okay, so we're going to do, okay, yes. I'm going to move that because I don't want to sew the paper in. This would not be paper piecing. I wonder if it'd be easier paper pieced. Would you like to go on any paper piecing adventure with me? Oh, piss off. What are you doing? Beautiful girl. You laying down? All right. Um, okay. I need a different sticky note. Going to the wrong section for our bits and parts. Okay. Gonna put these two together. Should go next. You know, this sadly might be a better setup. Whoops. Yeah. Because that way I would. No, I need the U shape. But I would have pressing here, turn to the left and sew, turn left again and put it on the board. I don't know if that's the right thing. Is it still bounced that it's there? I did not think. Well, there might be shock absorber. That's not right, but I can't think of the right word. Stabilizers? There might be stabilization in the camera settings in the camcorder that I wouldn't have in my tablet. Okay. All of these technically can come off because now all these little units are going to be a segment. All right, let's come back here. Sadly, I can't look at the screen to see how well it's doing. And so straight. So I'm relying on you. That it just gets in the way. So let's take that out. Totally missing out on all these decisions you guys are making. Oh, I have a bunch more of you following along. Hello, good evening. Welcome to my shit show. While we work on this cool pattern. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding. Wait, that goes. Telling you, can't do the sticky. Can't do the sticky. Oh, do I even? Oh, I forgot that I have. Is that? Let's rotate that. I forgot that that was even there. Is that worth a shit? I need to rotate it. I mean, is that Because even me messing with it, that's horrible. All right, we're gonna turn that on. I think. Which one is that? That this one? Nope. Okay, there we go. Turn it off. Off. Okay, the white peak goes over this end. Alright. Alright, which way did we press the whole other thing? No. Come on. Bitches get stitches. Okay. Let's look. We did it towards the left, so now we're gonna have to go towards the right. See, mine's purple. Oh, I got the wrong screen up. It's purple. But it's gonna jiggle on us. Yeah, that sucks. Damn. Fucking. Okay. And that actually is almost all this segment. All right. This needs to press this way too. Gonna have to break down and buy another one of the good sets. Totally got what I paid for. I mean, it'd be great on a table that you have a balloon ring on, or if it held lights or something, you know. Okay. I mean, it's not such a bad view on the machine. It's an okay angle. I haven't cleaned up all my shit around it. You guys are the only reason. Oh, damn it. Missed a whole thing that was folded back. Bless you! Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and maybe get some clips. Why we press them in two different directions? That white in the middle of the blue will be very obvious if you don't have that lined up. So I pressed one the wrong direction. Damn it. Oh, well, who knows? We don't know. But that was easy enough. Just, just know on the next freaking row that they're going in all directions. Okay. We should put those on the board. Nope. I have those pins tucked over there because they don't stab anymore. Okay. About here. Let's move that seam so we can do that too. So I'm wondering who plugged in the second iron. That's what I'm wondering. We almost lost the shop. I mean, maybe not, but thank God it's got some fire retardant in it or something. Hey, I can speak on behalf of their product. Use me as an example. A testimony. That's it. That's what it was doing. Let's go ahead and try that view. I will try to do ginger. Doesn't that look cool? All right, let's get this pressed and see how cool that will look. Sorry. Not exact, but we're gonna be happy with it. I'm not gonna redo it. Although if I was gonna redo it at any time, this is mine. So what am I gonna do? What you think? Shows up on the camera. But the problem is here. We're gonna think about that. All right. How far over do I have to go for you? Can you see the whole thing if I put it there? Yes, you can. All right, let's see. This is segment 3. How did that? Segment 3, segment 2. Okay, well, it kind of looks like. I don't know why I gotta do this sort of thing. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's gonna go like that. I forgot we had the flying geese there. So that's 3. All right. What do we do next, guys? No? Do. All right, so we just did this. Oh, we gotta do some more of those. All right. See, now that I'm in it, though, it's not horrible. Let's see if I can. I have too much shit. I have flat surface itis. All right, is there a spot that this just belongs? No, maybe right there. That'll work for now. We're gonna need 2 of this guy, which is gonna be P in the center. This is M, Q. So P's and Q's. P's and Q's. Okay, I have a feeling we're talking down. There's M, N, M, N, B, O, Q. Did I say P yet? I have not. Good. Pup, pup, pup. There's A. I haven't gotten to A yet. But template 3, that's number C. P. One of the last ones I got. Okay. That's, we're going to have a block. Oh, that'll be pretty together. And then we have an A and D. I just said we didn't have an A. So there's the A and oh, I'm glad you can see this whole fucked up tray too, right? N and P, N and P, E and D, C. Do I have D out? Okay, I do. N. No, all we're doing is actually I can just do that. Maybe we should just clean this up a little bit. We're gonna make two of this, which is two of these and four of this other. So there's 2, 3, 4. I do like that all of that you can see. Q. Is Q anyplace else? No. Pin. Q is done. Lightly set on keyboard. D. Gonna be one of these. So, oh, I got way too little with these little pieces of paper I can see. That was at retreat. Not quite sure why that matters, but they don't know. All right. So 1D, and I need 2A's, which are this 1 and 2. So there's our second one. Here's where all my clips are. I just licked my finger for that. That didn't work. All right. One block with N in the center and two blocks where N is the, the corners, which means I need 4. Okay. P. There's only one there. Just 2. Maybe we'll put these, start these over here. Okay, there's P. That's gonna be E. So complicated. How many of these? E. 1. Barely see it on the map, I bet. Explore. Okay, there we go. Now you can see it. That is E, right? E. See, this is fucks with my pay attention, my focus. Okay, yeah, you and your fucking little. So there's only one triangle, so I need 2. And we're freaking done with these. Um, where's M? is M. Sometimes. I already have this pulled up for some reason. Okay. Where's the other green set? I don't even see it in here. No, there's O and so what's fucking hate this? That's okay. Oh, stop it. I L R J. No, this is. I didn't put one on that. What are we looking for? M. Why am I having such a hard time? H J A. Jesus. Are y'all sitting there screaming at me, telling me which one it is? I can't hear you. So I did this wrong. That's what it is. That's what that's what helped in throwing me off because it was supposed to be an M center, not an M corners. Okay, there's one and two. That's about that'll be pretty. All right, tuck that in the corner and hope it stays together. I started cutting this out in December. That's sad that it's taken me this long. Okay, and then we've got A. Where's I need a big triangle. A. Oh, more shit down here. Okay, how about I combine that and get myself quick? And we're done with this. What's B A triple? No, that's more B. And that's A. And that's D and E. C. Oh, because they're looking over here for some. And not all of them. Oh, organization. I think what would have helped is if there wasn't months and months and months between me cutting it, I would have retained the fabric's a little bit better, I think. Probably not. I'd probably still be fucking it up. But it sounds good. Okay. Q can go back in there. Alright. So can P. Which means now we get all these stupid little papers that are gonna call these units. Unit 18. And there's 2. Let's see if we can reuse some of these. Unit 19. There's 1. I don't think I really need to do the how many. But there you go. Unit 20. Unit 21. There's one. There's another scrim. Unit 22. And there's two. How are we doing over there? Everybody sleep? Daisy's asleep. That's the main thing. Okay. Unit 23. There's one. All right. Forwards or backwards? Backwards or forwards? We're going to do P, and we're going to do this one. Ouch. Wrong. Hi. There we go. I don't freaking know. It's all good. Can't believe it was an iron. We had occasionally said, it almost smells hot. It doesn't always smell hot. Fuck me. Well, don't stack those back together. Make it easy. Forgot I gotta do the stupid little pointy thing. Okay, you can still see here, right? Sorta. Alright, I'm just cropping this little corner so I know how to line it up. It was small enough that I thought I didn't need to do it. I was wrong. I admitted it. Did the new Small Town Dicks episode come out? I thought it was supposed to be out today. I thought it was Thursday. And I looked this morning. But I'm doing the new Rip Through Time that just started. It's a good thing it just started and hadn't gotten good, or I might not be on. I might be listening. All right. Tuck that in the corner. Okay, so my tower is in the way of where I need the foot pedal. That's rolling right along with me, isn't it? Yep. Cheeky. Anyway, I was considering doing the Allison Glass feathers, but I think I do everything super colorful, so I wonder about picking like two colors and maybe not with the feathers. I don't know. Not monochromatic, but oh, if she's not on. If let me come over here. If you were watching last week, I was going to talk about how I press these. I was going to just not show you because the person isn't on. But if I do this, it's got to come, it feels like it's got more work to do to make itself square than it does if I fold the triangle back. I feel like I get a square triangle block. That sounded weird. Sorry. Forget about the bounce. What am I missing? We're having fun. Just gotta pop it into the corner to where that tiny little bit that you nipped off, that you know it's squished down as far as it should. Damn it. The thing is, I stood right where the freaking thing was burning and didn't smell that it was that burning. Dog's or something. Is Abe home early? Could be. You're home early. Oh. Ah. Chicken and veggies. And then we're going to go to the next one. I can start on the next one. D with A. Gotta do this part now. One and there we go. Straight for Quilter works better for me. Me as well, if you're still listening. I don't know if you're still on over there, so straight. Done. There's only one of these, right? Evidently, I don't have any more shit. Okay. And then what? Hey guys, what did I do with the fucking paper? Oh, no, that's 19. Where's 18? Guys, what did I do with it? Tell me where it's at. You see it? Did I throw it away? Yes? Yes? Hey, I'd rather err on the side of, oh, she's cleaning up. Okay, so we've got 19, 18. So I'm going to set it right on the eyes. He's blind. I'm going to line this up because there's only one of this. I'm just going to try to keep the chain pieces going. Should have got some lemonade. Why would any? I know you guys are tired of hearing me talk about it, but every now and then it just keeps coming back over me about who the hell would have plugged in a second iron. Do I need to put a big yardstick attached to the bathroom key and you have to check them out? Okay. Oh, and as for the Zoom, I was just this close to having it figured out. I had Zoom open, actually it's still open, I need to close that. And I've got stuff connected. There's something I'm missing on the picture part. The sound worked, but it's like the Zoom window's white, and then when you opened up the meeting, that window's black, and the black window isn't what shows up in the recording software. So, it's not like I was on with anybody, so there was a picture. So, Bree, are you listening on this? So I don't have to type. What? My thoughts on the logo is here. You listening? Okay, I see. Fine. All right. So my thoughts are looking at it. I like it, but if you're photocopying and printing, the stuff that's light gray is going to disappear. You're going to have printing set at like gold or darker so we don't lose that, if that makes any sense. 2 cents from a different angle. I do like the straight though. And what did I do? Not full enough. This was a 2, wasn't it? What am I doing? I pulled too many triangles. This is 19. And I'm doing one of the 20s with the P's in the corner. Yep. Now we're going to do E and D. Or try printing it out. Save it as an image and print it. Okay. Picking a logo. I thought you'd put some sort of little nod to the reason why you chose the name. A little geeky thing. There's plenty of geeky quilters out there that would make them go, I'm gonna try these people. They're geeks. I'll probably get along with them. You know? Just I like those two together too. It's such a weird color. Why did I put it in there? All right, so this is 20. This one with D is 21. Yep. Blind you. Blind you. Um, gotta go over there. Um, oh, is this where I needed? Nope, I just grabbed an extra completely. Hey, because it's hard to type and do this. Can you, Bree, ask Paul? Can you be the relay? Is that big enough? What he thinks is the best additive to paint to make it paint on cloth. I think it's GAC something. Maybe you know it. Kind of got the impression that people might be experimenting and that having a couple things like that might be a good idea. And we should ask Greta if anybody beat her up today. Kind of worried about her at this year's school. I think I hear my daisy moving. Yeah. Hey, don't go away from me. Okay. Suppose I need to be leaning off to the side. If I sew on this side, I might change the angle of that camera. Still have to find a way to firm up the other side. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'm still not getting a monitor stand. Sorry. Okay. That is what the wand is supposed to be. A nod to the, okay. All right. Making sure. To fill in the name from the needle looks less darty. Sorry, I was wrong. Added in the paint on cloth. Yes. There's something a fixative like that you can put into that you mix like equal parts with just craft acrylic like plaid brand for painting on fabric. I used to have some bazillion years ago, and I think it started with GAC, goofy name, but I just thought about it because my hands are busy and I can't fucking do anything about it. All right, I got a bunch of you watching. What do you think? You like the colors? That going together like you thought it would? Oh, I'm gonna have to send a text to the pest control people. Suppose I better write myself a note. That will never work. You know that, right? Thanks for asking. Got the beat up. Um, okay. I'm having like two different conversations going. Okay. So 2 of them is 22. This is 21. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, I got one of these done. Hmm. Yeah, I just keep looking up at that camera as it's fucking wiggling. Damn it. I mean, I don't know how to stable it up enough to even just do the ironing on that side. Because I can shift all this shit and manage to have some mat, a little bit of mat for cutting as well as. Oh, there's that lemon thing over here. You know, it said something to remind me. Set a reminder for like 9:30. It just reminded me. It's way the hell off. What time zone do they think I'm in? Why is this keep trying to close on me? All right. I'm gonna need this one. One. Okay. Somehow, my aunt from Georgia figured out how to get onto this YouTube channel. So if you figure it out again and you're watching later, because it's kind of late for you. Hi, Auntie. Okay, so that's too far. See, I'm gonna have to. Okay, if I move them up there, I don't need that right now. I think that's supposed to up in the wrong size. So let's slide this. Now I have. Well, that takes that off and looks good for you, but it's up an inch and a half on one side. I don't know what to do about this glare. Put another sticker there? I don't know if that. Tape some fabric there? That'll work. Uh-uh. Hey! Welcome in if you guys are just tuning in. You're watching me bitch and all kinds of stuff here, but that is what we're working on. And we had to last minute in the middle of the live change the setup, so It's so fun being me. Okay, press this one. But that's in the wrong spot. And then mix to this one. Does this tell us what to do with this section now? Not yet. That's through unit 23 here. All right, so we just did all of that. Now we're gonna do all of these before we make an. Oh no, how many of those? I fucking hate those. But it might slowly be coming back to me. Threes and twos. All right, and we're just plowing ahead, I guess. But that means we have two. There we go. Yeah, I think I noted that somehow. Oops, I'm pressing this one. That's what I'm doing. And then we're showing you the board. Um, I didn't think I did enough sewing here yet to have the board as messy as it is. Huh. All right, so there's that section. Daisy, you okay, girlfriend? All right. Sadly, it looks like we're coming up on a yucky spot. Oh, what happened? Well, I guess we don't have to worry. I guess we don't have to worry about that other camera. The tablet died. Even though it's plugged in. I was pulling more power than I was pushing, I guess. All right. Let's figure out what these units are going to look like, huh? Okay, let's put this triangle back where it's kind of supposed to be. Okay. F and Q. Q is, yeah, that's fun stuff. And there's only one of those. Is there any other keys out here? One, and it's a single, so we're just going to do F. Is that one of the grays? Oh no, it might be a teal. E, F. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of them. Okay, there we go. F. What else did F? Oh, okay. Because basically, two of those are going to go here. So let's do a. And then there's a. Air conditioner's on. Yikes. Okay, that's 24. 25 is B. And how many B's are there? 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. So we're going to do 2 Fs. So we're going to have a white like this. All right, I'm just kind of setting them out in order like we did, because that was kind of helpful. I'm going to kind of stack them a little bit. P, H. This is P. The lich's color. P. Any other P's? No, just one. And H. E. E. D. Can't read that. C. E. C. F. So it's going to be, there we go, H. Only one, so that means it's going to just tuck along the edge. Is there any other H's? No. So I'm going to do H up, P down. We're just going to kind of overlap them. B and A. So I think this is B, right? B. And I need 3 of them. So we're going to put one aside. All right, it's going to be the dots. Yeah. Why I haven't got an error. Whatever. 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, it's all the stupid prep work. But it does make it going together a little easier. If you go ahead, and take the time. This is A, so we need 2 A's. And then 1 to go there. J is background. And N is a solid green, I think. Nope. It's going to be the shot. Actually, were they both shot up ones? Okay. But this one is. How many of me? What? Can't get them apart. J. N. A, D. A is this one. 2 of them. And D. I didn't get D, did I? C. B. There's so many different things. D. 2. I mean, it's what makes the pattern be cool when it's done. But I can say, what a bitch to cut, and what a bitch to keep track of. D, E, and C. That's E. That's the last one. E. This is C. This is C. Two of these. That's gonna be like this. And E. Lodi. What's E? G. F. You guys know exactly which one it is. E. Have I already gotten E? Which one's E? Blue. I. K. E. Two. The E is gonna go up. And then we've got Q down, F on top, so that's when it changes direction. Let's see how the angles go down. Okay, what's going on over here? One tried to hit me, but I squashed it fast before he could. He calmed. Calmed and picked up the shed spell with the day and the sword. Well, you said you thought you were doing less stairs, but possibly more walking, so it's going to be a completely different shift, don't you think? Damn it, she's not listening. This is B, and this is A, so it's going to be one of the backwards ones. I do not know of an additive. Okay. Acrylic stays on fabric but cracks over time. Sorry. Sword. Oh, yes, I bet you were sore from the long arm. I didn't stop and think. I gotta get all these fucking tips. I guess what I could do is what today's Thursday. So over the weekend, when I'm sitting having coffee in the morning, I should clip all these bitches. This is Q, so Q is gonna go this way. This is gonna go this way. That's what's gonna be. What? Yeah. Okay. I need more paper. This one of the business boring ones. Yeah. Perfect. We can steal paper from that. Hey, I think I'm going to write a pattern for the puff quilt. Because there's really not one out there I've seen that I could have. So might as well do it. Look, and these are still, even though small, much bigger than some of the ones I've used on that. Okay. Well, before I put them all away, I should write on them, right? Bar. This is we just need to keep it simple, right? Unit 26, Unit 27, 26 P light, Unit 29, 29, Unit 30, 31, 32. All right, so we've got 30, 31, 32. Set that there. Now, is it possible to sew at this cup angle? I mean, if it is, that would actually kind of look great for you guys. How about that? Oh, I can do that. That's easy. Cool. Let's try this. I fucking threaded it. You know, maybe when I go upstairs tonight, I just might fucking take some limoncello. Think, damn it. I don't know that I'm at the right angle for threading. There we go. Okay, if me sometimes. Hi, you. Here, wait. Wait. Oh, yeah. Dusty. I do, baby. It's okay. You'll be famous. You're so famous. The movie star. Barbara Streisand's performance here. Evidently, my aunt found the live. A customer almost burned down the shop today. Almost burned down the shop. Could have. I only had one iron in this one in the window area of the shop. That ironing board. Oh yeah, people have asked for that. What pattern? Okay, now what fucking pattern? Now I don't know. But all of a sudden around one, somewhere in the 1 or 2 o'clock time frame, we started smelling something. We couldn't figure out what it was. It was a weird smell because it was burning a wool mat, so the lanolin and whatnot in there. But somebody had plugged in a second iron and like put it away underneath the shelving unit and set it face down on the wool mat. I don't even know who fucking plugged in another iron. So we even had freaking Northwest Natural Gas out to make sure it wasn't it because it smelled really weird. And he didn't even know what it was. Well, we figured that shit out. I didn't. Dad found it. So Dad came home and I explained what the problem was. And so he went before practice. Puff. Thank you. So yeah, people have asked, don't you think we could write that? It's the graphics I might need help with. Is this a new batch? Okay. Ah, so Nick made it in. 24. I'm gonna start way over here on the wall because there's a lot of them. Oh, I would love to try one. Yeah. Okay. I just gotta remember to sit down and start typing it. I do have some leftover pieces that I could make something small so we could photograph of it if we needed to, but it is Halloween. Not that that matters. But so now we're doing still gonna be F up and B down. And there's that. So now this one. That, okay. Making sure that I'm at least Hey, Abe, can you see if there's one of those new strawberry cream things called Pops? I think so, yeah. Maybe I'll do that instead. All right. P is this funky color. That doesn't seem right. H? Is that H? That's H. Okay, P's down. It's funny how you look at it going, I never would put these two colors together. However, it works in the grand scheme. Yeah, it's strawberry, something in cream. Are there any cold? Okay. Aw, thank you. I think what I need to do is make a picture of that so people can see, and yet I can still see my page that I need. Oh, I was going to try to superimpose one up in the corner, wasn't it? It actually tastes like strawberry Nesquik almost. Was there just one of that one? 26. See? That's why. 26. There's one. B and A. Gotta trim some, so let's. No.
Still a little in the can.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't know which spots is
Well, we are running at a weird shit tonight because I got this set up that made it where I didn't have to have the bar here, but I bought Timu instead of this, and look at the camera, the tablet. That and that bar just spins in there. I don't know how to make that not spin.
No, I don't think you can. It's not.
Yeah.
Not a secure thing. Oh,
No.
also, it's kind of bending at that point there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not holding weight right.
Well, it wasn't holding weight right, I think, before I even put anything up there. Yeah, so I got what I paid for. It was cheap. Now I gotta see if I can return one of them. Yosemite Sam. Okay, how's this go? B goes up top. A goes down. Which one's unit 26 then? Is this unit 26? What's 27? This is 26. That's 26. I've got it. For what? And that ends up being an okay sewing angle for you guys, doesn't it? Weirdly. Other than, let me try something. My back is hurting a little bit, but my chair hydraulics are dead. So I need to get a new one. So I was way down, so let's lift the chair. See if that helps. Ribbit and sew on. Howdy! How are ya? Welcome in. He goes on the bottom. 26. We are making. Drop your channel in the comments if that's something you can figure out how to do. I'm new enough. I haven't figured that shit out yet. Where are you from? This is what we're working on. Minus him. That is not the look I'm going for. Cute. Not what I'm going for. Avery is salivating over his air fryer masterpiece. All right, there's one. I'll wait to press it. Two. Yeah. What is that weird noise I'm hearing? Oh, something Robert's watching. Yeah. Okay, let's press a couple of these. We can get them on the board too. There's so many of these pieces. Texas. Nice. I'm in Oregon. B goes where? 27. Really should have trimmed all these at the beginning.
I got another one of them chilling in the fridge now, so it should be fine. Late for the next time you want.
By the next time I want one, unless Dad takes it. It's okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No. Oh.
It does. That's true. I bet you your hot wings smell much better. Strong in their own way. All right. Here we go. Okay. I got a few of you watching. Some of you talking. Needle minders. We get it. It's basically a magnetic pin. So you're going to have your cutesy front, and you're going to have your little magnet for the inside of the clothing or the underside of the hoop, right? Right. Uh, so how do you display that shit? Here's my problem. Yes, the first normal things come to mind. You know, maybe a cookie sheet, maybe I don't know, something magnetic, obviously. But you've got, say, your fun cardstock with your, I don't have anything little I can set on it, with your pretty part of your pen on it and your magnet on the back. So then you stick that to something, and when the person picks it off, the magnet back stays on that and doesn't come with this. Thoughts? It's not a big problem yet because I don't have very many. Ugh. But I might get more. And it's stupidly an issue. Ugh, should not have lifted the glasses. Okay, now I can smell them.
Good, right?
I know, that smelled fantastic yesterday.
I will make sure that I put them with you. Or you can always ask me, Brett.
Yeah, it may be so. So I told Nick he can come to the shop. I now know what he's trying to do. Um, yeah, because Bo
Yeah.
was asking about stitch because he's going to try to stitch this thing. I gave him one of the coaster kits. He's going to try to stitch it by hand, and I'm like, totally, you totally can. Go for it. And then he's like, how close were my stitches? So the instructions have hand stitching? I'm like, no, they do not. And I didn't really know what to tell him because I don't do a lot of, yeah. So I just looked and that looked like it made some sense. And I'm like, well, I have no way to give it to him. Yeah, I do. I will leapfrog that through two other fucking people. That's what I'm gonna do.
You could also come by on Saturday.
That's true. Um, anyway, he might come to the shop and do some cutting because there's extra space there. Told him he could use the machine there. And that if he wanted and felt more comfortable, I'd teach him how to use this little thing and he could do it here. Homemade or reusable paper towel. what he's doing. All right. How are we at time? We're at an hour 40. This is 20, and I've got, oh, I need a pen. I went over. I've got, this is 29, and we have 32. So let's do what we've got cut and call it for tonight. And I'll see about if the next little thing is a segment. Oh, do we want to start with? I don't know that I want to end with that. That's a bitch of a block. That's a bitch block. It's just what we're going to call it. I've renamed it. Oh, I might have heard roosters today while I was outside at the shop. I don't know that I have it in me for another battle. You know?
Well, at that point, you just put up little cages and don't get them over to its neighbor.
Yeah, that'll be the I buy those stupid fucking. This is E, right? Well, Rhonda and I heard them when we were outside trying to find the source of the smell. And they sounded like they were maybe the street behind it. They didn't sound quite close enough. What in the hell is this? Oh, well, maybe. That's fucking weird, though. Nope. Yep. Nope. Nope. Yes. Yes. All right. Good thing I stopped there because that was not right. So anyway, when I went to leave though, they sounded much closer. I mean, do I start looking now for the trap? I would still love somebody to answer the fucking question about what my goddamn rights are, whether I can remove them and not be legally in trouble. I really don't think it's that hard of a fucking question. I don't know why nobody can answer that. My property, she's been warned a fuck ton of times. I don't even know if she ever finished paying off the fines. Well, she got herself a new fucking vehicle, though. C, right? No, damn it. E, C. So hard to get these messed up. Or so easy to get them messed up. So hard to keep them straight. And it's funny, I had somebody ask me today about it, and I'm like, no, but now's when they would be showing up. Okay, now we're going at a different angle. Yeah, just talk to your friends there and see if they would want them if I capture them. See if they have a spot that's set up enough that they could take them in a moment's notice. They might have to show me where they need to be so I can just drop them off on my way home. It's backwards. She's not even there. Is it? Yeah, Daisy's pacing. Okay. They better not. She better not have chickens. I mean, what a fucking idiot. Oof. I hope not. Hi, how are you? I might have heard chickens today. I'm gonna lose my shit. Anyway. What is this? Okay, EC 30, 30, 30, 30. 30, 30. No, wasn't there a place called the 30, 30? Can't remember where that was though. Oh, lordy me. My knees are hurting. And my chair is sinking again. Okay. This is the last one we're going to do, and then I will show you the home. You had it on backwards all day? Yeah. Well, I was just talking to Avon here. I told him to make sure his friends could take the chickens, and it would need to probably be on a moment's notice. Because if I caught it, then I would drop it off on my way home. Oops, I cut the wrong thing. So pissed. I hope not. And we had almost had a fire today. Okay, let's see if I can find the picture for you. Okay, so there's my stuff on the board. Oh wait, I put it right. I just saved it. Fine. I'll pull it up this way for you. Someone at OpenSo, where are we? Someone at OpenSo. So that map was on the bottom shelf, put away, and somebody plugged in an iron. I think there was an iron down there, but it wasn't plugged in. Somebody plugged it in. And it sat there long enough that I called frickin' um, Northwest Natural Gas because it was burning the lanolin and it smelled really funny. Good thing they are a little fire retardant. I was saying earlier that I think I'm gonna send the whole thing into the company that makes the mats, saying that I could be used as a cautionary tale. Like, can you see all the way over here? Okay, good. And this is, whoops. Okay, those are, this is what we accomplished. Okay, okay. I had all of this section, this segment, ready in the right order, but not sewn together. So I laid that out and we pieced that. We made these and this today. How many of those do I need? All right. So we get to do another one of. I've made one. Where'd it go? So you make. Oh, here. It'll be over here. Right here. So you start with. Oh, I gotta press that better. You start with one of these half rectangles, and then you crop the other side and turn it into three. I've done it with squares. Sucks. So I get to make one of those. We'll start with that. Here, I'll show you. Oh, okay. So we're gonna make that funky block, and then we're gonna do another two-piece or a half rectangle and cut it into the triangle we need to put around one of the square blocks. We got a couple interesting cuts, and then we put this segment together. So what I'll do is get this laid out in the right order, minus those blocks, and we'll do that next week. Okay. Okay. I am gonna call it, and we are just about at the 2 hour mark. I wish you would have got on sooner. Yeah, honestly, we left. I closed it all up. I was afraid to close it up because of the smell. Didn't want it to stay in there, and I got out an ozonator that we got one of the times the forest fires got kind of close because I was worried about the fabric. And yeah, so he found it, unplugged the irons, took the mat and put it on the back steps because it was still smoldering, I would imagine. And put that on the back deck and went ahead and turned on the ozonator and left. So it's on max, but it's supposed to be one for 1,000 square feet, and I have one on max in a 2,000 square foot area. Don't think I'm going to need more than that, but we shall see. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. So fun. All right, that's it. I will be back here on Monday. Fucking hell. I'll be back here on Monday. You guys have a killer weekend coming up. Get some sewing done and then tell me all about it when we get back here. And I'll go clean up after my almost fire. All right. See you guys later. Good night.